Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. If you are new here, thank you for coming to hang out. This is the next most requested video in the beginner dipper series. It is how to remove your dip. This is what people, I think it turns them off of dipping after the first few times because they've tried those clips that you put on with cotton balls with acetone on them, or you've just tried, like wrapping your fingers in foil with acetone in there, and it takes forever. And yeah, it does take forever if you do it that way. So I'm going to show you guys the baggy method, as it's referred to as. It should get your dip nails off in 5-6 minutes a hand. It's about how long it takes me, I think. It's actually been a little bit of time since I soaked my nails off because I have a different way of going about things. But if you're just trying to learn how to get your dip nails off so that you can do another set, if you have lifting or anything like that, especially when you're learning, you may come across, a few problems here and there. One of them cracked because you need to do more dips, or you're getting lifting because you didn't, your prep wasn't perfect, and it's no good to leave a lifted nail on because you can get moisture under there, and then you can get something called a greenie. It's a fungus that starts to grow under your nail. It's not dangerous, and as soon as you expose it to air and put some rubbing alcohol on it or something, it kills it, but it's not attractive. And if you take your dip off and see your fingernail turned a little bit green, it's freaky. It'll scare you, even though it's not dangerous. So I'm going to go and get my little setup. To do this, you will need a Ziploc bag. You will need, and maybe I'll make a little list over here. You'll need a Ziploc bag. You'll need a little square of paper towel. You'll need 100% pure acetone, not acetone nail polish remover, not something that is 95% acetone. You need straight acetone for this to work. You need a nail file. You need a relatively aggressive nail file. I recommend 100 grit. Because you have to take the top coat off of your dip nails before you start soaking, or you'll be there for a very, very long time. You also need some uncooked rice and a bowl, or some hot water, but it doesn't stay hot as long as the rice, so just use the uncooked rice. So yeah, and I do like a double boiler method. You'll see how I get it all set up when I have it set up. So I am going to cut the intro off. I'm going to run upstairs, get all my stuff ready. I am going to file off the top coat of these nails because I don't want to have to do that on film. It's going to take forever. This is, I don't think that I've posted these ones anywhere yet. This dip is from Nebula Dips. It is called Stardust, and it is beautiful, but it's time for it to come off. I want to do something else. So yeah, I'm going to go get all my stuff set up. I'm going to flip my camera down and I'm going to show you, and I will have a time-lapse camera, or a time-lapse on my phone, so you can see how long it actually genuinely takes me, because I've been hearing from a lot of people that are saying, oh, I love my dip nails, but oh my god, it took me 3 hours to take them off, and it's criminal. That is criminal. It shouldn't take that long. So I'm gonna go get everything. I'm gonna show you how to do it real fast. See you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so I've got my little setup here. I have my 100% acetone, 100% pure acetone. A lot of times people say, yeah, I have acetone, and I say, oh, okay, well, can you show me the bottle? And it says like acetone nail polish remover, and you look at the ingredients and it's like all kinds of baloney, but not a whole heck of a lot of acetone. Anyways, so I have my uncooked rice here. Pop this in the microwave for about 35-40 seconds so that it is hot. Not like you can't touch it hot, but it's hot. And I have my Ziploc bag here, and I have this little square of paper towel inside the bag. And this is what you're going to use for friction, and you're going to be rubbing your nails continuously against this paper towel with the acetone on the rice so that it's warm to get your nails off. So I'm going to put the acetone in here. I put probably, I'm going to say a tablespoon, maybe a little less in there. I'm going to leave it on the rice to just barely warm up. And I'm going to now open my stopwatch, and I'm going to zoom through this when you're watching, but I want you to know that this is literally how long it takes when you've got this kind of setup going. And I'm always moving my fingers against this paper towel. pausing my stopwatch for 1 second because I want to show you how far we've gotten in what? 3 minutes and 55 seconds? I mean, it's mostly gone. This is a glitter dip, so it has some I have glitter stuck to me. So what I do sometimes is if it's a glitter dip, the paper towel will absorb and to catch a lot of the glitter. So I'll use a second square of paper towel. So I'm just taking this old one out, just this one's covered in glitter and goo now, and just putting a fresh one in so that I have new paper towel to rub my fingers against, and I'm restarting my stopwatch. Okay. I mean, where are we at? We're at 5 minutes, 19 seconds. Can you see it? Yes, 5 minutes, 19 seconds. And it's gone. It is gone. I have to go wash my hands because you'll get it gets kind of crusty and gross from the acetone. And I actually have a reaction to it often. That's why I'm scratching now. I get contact dermatitis from using acetone. That's why I try not to. But yeah, it's that easy. It should not take you hours and hours to get your dip off. Definitely try the baggy method. You can replace the rice if you don't want to waste it. I've been using the same rice for months and months and months. I just leave it in the bowl, and this is my dip removal bowl. Yeah, you can replace the rice with hot water, but you're kind of having to change it out pretty often because it water cools down very, very fast. So yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts and a few more tips about how to get your dip off quickly. Hey guys, okay, so this hand, is free of dip. It's ready to go again for whatever I want to do next, which is actually just going to be a layer of clear because I don't know what I want to do next. So like I said, definitely try warming up your acetone. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, ever put actual acetone in the microwave. Warm up your rice, warm up your water, put your acetone on top of that. It's like a double boiler for your fingernails. Another way to get dip off quickly, if you are like me, seemingly sensitive or possibly even a little bit allergic to acetone, there is something called a peel base. Where is my peel base? Where did I put it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. It is UNT peel base. You can put a layer or two of this underneath your dip. It kind of is dependent on the person. Some people can get away with one layer. Some people need 2 full coats. Some people need 3 full coats. Some people need a layer down the middle and then a coat everywhere else. You kind of have to play around with this stuff to get used to and see what you need to get your dip off in the amount of time that you want to remove it. I typically want mine to pop off after 2 or 3 days because I'm constantly changing them and doing all sorts of things. So I do 2 full coats of this, and then I can just kind of snap them off whenever I want. This is glorious for quickly changing out your manicures if you want to do it often, and if you are, again, like I said, sensitive or allergic to acetone in any way. Another way, and this is what I used to do before I had my hands on UNT. And excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. Okay. What I used to do is I would keep 2 layers of clear dip on my fingernails at all times. And I use then an electric file, an E-file, to take the color layer off. I would leave the clear on, I would just dip over top of it. This is something to look at if you find you're falling down the rabbit hole of being addicted to dips. You probably are. Everybody kind of ends up there. So definitely if you stick with it, if you are finding it to be an actual hobby and not just, a replacement for the salon, definitely worth looking into an E-file. to get your dip off if you want. It's really, really fast to get a top coat off if you're soaking off all the time. And it's useful in a million ways if you are constantly doing your nails at home. But yeah, I think that's probably it for dip removal. I will actually do an update video at some point of how you go about using this, and then how easy it is to get your nails to come off when you're ready with the peel base. So I'm going to leave a link to the peel base in the description in case you want to try it yourself. I will leave a link to Stardust from Nebula Dips, which is what I just took off. And yeah, join me over on Instagram. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the bell button so that you guys get notified when I upload new videos. I try to get 2 up a week. Doesn't always work. Life gets in the way. But thank you guys for coming back, and I hope somebody finds this very useful. Bye, guys.